Vittorio Storaro. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
He's a great cinematographer.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Because
I
compared
was
this
so
to like
wrapped up. I was so wrapped up in the way this movie looked that I
me
lost
too.
track of the plot repeatedly.
The plot's a little
Well,
dense.
That's
I didn't
okay.
figure out
That's
until I
okay. The
started
main
reading
character
shit.
lost track of the plot several
Well,
times.
it's
Yeah,
not out of
yeah.
sequence.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize, like, oh, it was out of sequence. No wonder I was so goddamn confused most of the time.
Yeah.
I
And it's
caught on pretty
interesting
fast. It was
Yeah.
chronologically out of sequence.
Right over my head.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to
that
look
would,
at it.
that
I
would
had to
be
look at-
hard.
About halfway, I had to stop and look at the plot up on Wikipedia, just to know what's going on. But after you do that, it makes
didn't matter.
sense. Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the two complaints that I have about this movie. One, I think the music is poor in certain places. There's parts where it's great, but I think there's also places where the music is there's some weird thematic shit.
Who is it? Is
they're
it not?
trying
It's
to-
not Morricone, is it?
No,
No.
No. Okay.
no.
It's
There's some weird-
second tier Italian.
Yeah.
There's some weird thematic crossover stuff that they try to do, and I don't think it ever really works particularly well. And then the other thing is, I'm going to have a hard time talking about any of the acting in this movie because I get so thrown off by this era of Italian cinema and their use of non-Italian actors and dubbing of them, because
not wrong.
It's so
up
weird.
the performances.
Yeah, it does. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
just
not
don't
wrong.
see it anymore.
Yeah, I've seen
Like-
enough of them to
Recognize
kind of
the
like
main
get through them.
guy?
And Jim, I just
Yeah.
fall for it.
Yeah,
It's like two people. You could hold up puppets and tell me a story, and I would go, "Oh, okay, I'm totally involved with what's going to happen to Puppet B. I'm really worried." So that kind of stuff goes fucking right over my head.
I do want
this
to
movie
mention one
is
thing.
fucking
guy-
gorgeous.
It is. God damn.
The guy who follows him around, the French, the Italian fascist, he is Fanucci in Godfather 2.
That's right.
Yes.
Don Fanucci. Yeah.
Well, and
Fanucci.
the lead is the husband in Amour, which we
That's
all
right.
Yes.
This
something else. I think it was.
Oh my God! Wow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow!
So
Well,
yeah.
He had Paramount money to make this, so he
Yes,
was able to
yeah.
cast whoever the fuck he
Fuck
wanted.
he
Exactly. It was a
Because
fairly big budget
Dominic
film
Sandro
too.
was really big at
Yeah,
this point in 1970.
Who is Jim?
Yeah.
Dominique Sandra, the professor's wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, right.
Right.
On her way to the female lead in Damnation Alley.
There's somewhere. This scene here, the dance hall.
Thank you,
scene,
Chris.
Yeah,
It was really amazing. Although at the very beginning of it, we're setting up first these gorgeous dark blues and the reds,
Yeah.
just kind of thing. But actually, you could see the gels they put over the windows moving around a little bit. They're like, oh,
did you?
yeah. It's like, but the thing is, that's how he did it. He just
I
kept
did. I did like the condensation on the windows.
Yeah. Oh, is this again? There's like I could cite every third scene in this.
This scene is where I felt most disconnected from the narrative. I was like lost. Sort of. I was just watching the bodies go past left and
But
right.
then we roll right out of this into the cars driving through the woods.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's lost too.
He
Like-
is totally lost.
Like this movie has these moments of surrealism in it that are really designed to take you mentally into a different place and remind you that you're watching a movie.
Right.
Oh yeah, no doubt, Tad.
He is intentionally reminding you over and over and over again that you are watching a movie.
This is artifice.
There are
This is
moments.
artifice.
A lot of this stuff is pretty straightforward, but there are moments that are just. Well, I thought of Fellini. It was just like, what the fuck is
Godard.
going on?
Well, yeah. Well, that's
Godard
What, Jim?
and
But this is his break from Godard.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But this is kind of this lush, like say, like Amarcord or like Satyricon. It's a comparison, but
And even more so,
Bertolucci is his own guy.
1900, which comes after this.
Right.
like
But he's
10
his own
years
guy,
after
man.
this.
He has his own ideas about how he wants to present things visually.
Oh yeah.
And his narrative is, I think, purposefully loose. Although it might be really Italian, we don't understand what's going on. You know what I mean?
Allegedly, they were the script was all chronological.
Yeah.
And then they did it in
Oh, they cut it up
when they started
well
editing
before
it.
They did that thing that Tarantino does where he throws all the 3x5 cards up in the air and picks them up and
did the thing that Tarantino bit, basically.
Well, so he didn't. The interesting thing is he didn't read the novel before he pitched this movie.
Wow.
I guess
So he just sort of knew about it, huh?
His girlfriend read the novel and explained the story to him, and then
That's enough.
He went to the head of Paramount Italy and then explained that version of the story to him. And then they were like, fuck it, here's $1 million.
It's like a game of telephone.
Well, it's just like Once Upon a Time in the West, right? They gave old Sergio Leone just a buttload of money to just go off.
Go to Spain and build sets. Exactly.
There's several actors in this who are in spaghetti westerns. It's a fascinating cast.
Also, the thing behind Chris, you recognize that from another film we saw? I think it's a spy film. That's all set in. Remember that one? No, I can't remember.
Well, that was the Godard. No, not the Godard one.
Yeah, I want to say I picture a French car coming to a
Me
stop.
too. Because that was in the.
But this is in every French movie of this era.
In fact, that thing's an Inception too. So
right.
The
places
that same Citroen is in every movie.
Yeah.
Too.
I picked out a good fuck up though. There's the flashback to 1917 when our protagonist is being harassed. Which first of all, which is this amazing scene here. He's running. This little kid running around. At some point, he gets dropped off at a schoolyard with a 1930s era car. It's like no.
But again, this I don't think
it's a dreamlike thing.
No, the whole point of this movie is that he is constantly telling you you're watching a movie.
Okay,
like it doesn't. He never tries to make Italy look the way that it did in the 30s. He never tries to make Paris look the way that it did in the 30s.
True.
Like in fact,
the signage is all modern. Yeah.
He intentionally shoots in places that didn't exist in the 30s. Like this movie is about cinema. It's about telling a story cinematically. I thought Scott would hate it because it's a movie about movies. Like,
no, it is. It's a lot of artifice. The thing is, it's Bertolucci's kind of trying to communicate his story through his imagery and the photography.
But he's not celebrating the movies the way some films that Scott objects to.
All directors point to themselves and say, "Look what I did! Look what I did!" Yeah. Yeah,
he's specifically celebrating the movies.
Yeah, well, he's always pointing to himself and saying, "Look at me! Look at this cool shot I did. Check this out. Watch this shot." It's like, cool. But he's a little more than most, but not as much as others. Like the other film we saw previously, we wouldn't know who anyone directed it at all.
Well, this is like a lot of this movie is him riffing on Citizen Kane, which is one of his favorite films.
Feels like it,
and then
especially the time jumps thing.
Yeah. And then this turns around and becomes very obviously so impactful on Coppola. And then Coppola bites so much out of this
dude, there's
movie.
A scene where the car and the leaves being blown. That's like I was saying. I mean, I can see Coppola watching this at the screen room, Paramount, his eyeballs falling out of his head, like I'm doing this,
and then
Coppola turns around and hires, the director of photography to shoot Apocalypse Now.
Exactly.
There's an echo in here, Jim.
Get me that guy.
Yeah, I wanted a guy who does the pretty colors.
This is one of the best looking movies I've seen in quite some time.
And I mean,
and the architecture, the way he shoots architecture is incredible.
It's almost as good as like Greenaway. Greenaway has a way of moving cameras through space. Like the scene behind you, Chris.
Yeah,
he really. These fascist buildings, he does use some fascist
great realist architecture.
This scene here is actually a pull shot. It starts out in this doorway and pulls all the way back here, and it's super subtle. Just
there's so much camera movement. In this movie.
It is.
And there's a lot of bookending of shots of he's walking when he spies on Anna and Julia in the hotel room. When he comes in, the shot pulls back and he walks away, And then when he leaves, he comes towards the camera and it pushes in.
Right.
Like,
Pushes in. Yeah,
he is bookending scenes with camera movement constantly.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All the Dutch angles, and that last Dutch angle that's just held forever while they have the conversation. The camera moves back slowly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was the nice thing about not having to think about the acting very much because the dubbing annoys me so much is that I was just watching how this movie was made the entire time.
Right.
Ooh, a crane.
There's a lot of levels you can appreciate this on. So.
That's right.
Look at that crane. Look at that crane shot.
Yeah.
I had to rewatch the last half hour because it's like, wait, I feel like I'm just gazing at
right
glorious photography, like
the eye candy.
I'm supposed to be following, and I've completely.
So it's like watching an early IMAX film. It's like, oh, what? There's a story there. What? Yeah, exactly.
And then then it's the scene with him, like this scene in the where he's like screaming about this whole scene.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, after Mussolini gets kicked out by the king.
Right.
Yeah.
I got the
now that brings us beyond the surface and the craft and gets us to the meat of the story, which seems so relevant and so modern.
Oh God, yes. Oh,
Jesus.
This could definitely be like talking about like a Trump operative, basically.
Absolutely. I mean, he's so intent on convincing himself and the world that he's not a sexual deviant. That he destroys everything in his path. He's just.
Well, he's a sadist.
She's hanging on the window because she's about to be murdered, and he just stares at her.
Right. Yeah. No,
he's also like
insane.
a totally different person in 43 than he was in 38, which is most of when the movie takes place, right? I didn't even recognize him at first. He's not in a fancy suit. He's not standing in front of huge vistas.
No, they're sort of because Italy's fucked at that
Italy
point.
Is totally fucked at this point.
They have those other people living in her mom's apartment.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole conversation that Lino and the dude are having, they're talking about eating rats and mice, or eating mice and cats. Like,
and what tastes better, right?
Yeah.
I hear it tastes like rabbit.
No, it's good stuff. But it's a little bit is like if it was we knew more about what life under fascism was like in Italy, it would probably be a little more impactful. As this is just bizarre. And so but it's good.
Well, fascism lasted longer in Italy, although they got rid of it sooner.
Yeah.
But it lasted like a good 10 years longer than it did in Germany.
That's right.
Well, and for most of this movie, they're currently supporting Franco.
Yes.
During which is brought up a couple of times by Anna. Yeah. Is like they're not just living under fascism, they are exporting fascism.
It's also interesting to me because now the word fascism absolutely has negative connotations, but at that point it's like we are going to openly discuss the merits of fascism.
That was like, whoa.
It's like saying, it's like saying you're like a Democrat. It's like, oh yeah, you're a fascist. No, okay, good. You have the card and everything like that.
I like eggs and butter.
Well, and he works for an organization that is particularly against anti-fascist.
Right.
Oh, it's kind of like being against Antifa, kind of basically.
Yes. Jim, I wanted to ask you. There was a mention at one point, maybe it was one of the radio broadcasts, where it sounded to me like they were distinguishing between two kinds of fascists, and it sounded to me like they were trying to paper over like the racial disparity between Germans and Italians.
I forget the Latin.
Yeah, Latin.
The Latin spirit of Hitler and the
they were talking the Latin spirit of Hitler.
Mussolini.
Yes.
Who knows?
Because he was Austrian, so they thought he might be more Italian.
A lot of Germans thought that the Italians were racially less pure than they were because of all of the invasions from North Africa.
Right.
Like it's
the dark hair and whole 9 yards and the
it's the scene in True Romance.
You're a cantaloupe.
You know. Right.
You're a cantaloupe.
Like that is like, so there is this, like, because like Italy invents fascism, Germany turns fascism up to 100.
Right.
Like Italy's fascism was still kind of like Italy's fascism was still kind of Italian. Like it was still kind of like
it was Italian, and it was actually Italian fascism was it's semi-casual and also nostalgic. It's like it's like the fascists came from the Romans, right? And
Well, in the beginning, Hitler was kind of a fan of Mussolini because he did get a lot of ideas about running a fascist.
What does that remind me of?
Gee, I wonder. But the Germans just industrialized the entire thing, so that's a whole
did.
Right. Yeah. The Germans got all German about it.
Yeah, they're efficient. They're just more efficient.
They are.
They got a bunch of computer card tabulators from IBM.
Right.
And much more better.
Yeah.
And then got Hugo Boss to make their uniform.
I know
Italian uniforms are just kind of stupid looking, It's like the crazy little hat with a little tassel on the side. It's like nuts.
I did like the prostitute in that.
She was wearing that hat, and
she had her little scar.
I do want to mention them Tyler Durdening Anna in this,
that was
because
weird.
she appears twice before he actually sees her. And I did read that was intentionally to make the audience have the same reaction that he has when he first sees her, which is, I recognize you from somewhere.
Well, that worked, man. That worked.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
right. Well,
me too, Chris.
I was rubbernecking the astounding cinematography and the setups. I mean, just even like this scene toward the end.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the camera up here looking like down. Like
there's only one set in this entire movie.
Really? Which one?
It's the radio production.
That makes total sense.
Got a while ago.
Everything else in this movie is a real location.
Sounds about right.
Which
as we discussed earlier, may or may not have actually been like authentically 30s or 40s.
Right.
Yeah. So, golly.
The scene at the end where they kill the professor and the girl was pretty.
That was brutal, man.
That was a rough watch. It was brutal.
It felt like you were watching something that you read about in history.
Right.
Like the way it played out.
Because it's based on a real thing that happened.
I believe it.
Okay.
I believe it.
Yeah. It also reminded me of Caesar's assassination.
A little bit.
This is
all the knives.
This is based on an actual anti-fascist leader who was from Italy, who went to France because France had an anti-fascist government at the time, and so a lot of exiles went to France. And him and his brother were killed driving down a road in the woods on holiday by people parking a car in front of them, pulling up another car behind them, and then stabbing the guy. Well, shot and stabbed, and then also shot his brother in the front seat of the car. Like, this is based on a real thing.
I'm sure it wasn't 1/20th as beautiful as it was in the movie, though.
I don't know. It was in Bordeaux, apparently. So
it might have been pretty nice.
It might have been. So anyway,
it's a very good vintage.
Again, I'd never heard it. Why have I never heard of this movie?
Scott scribbling down notes.
I am. I've heard it before. I've heard. This is on my list.
I mean, Bertolucci is quite famous, right?
That's the thing. I've seen a lot of other Bertolucci movies, but I've never heard this one.
This one, exactly. But
this is sort of the beginning of his, I guess, sort of middle period, I would say.
His our tour period.
Yeah,
I can't
tour.
talk. Auteur. Thank you. All right. Golly, sign us off.
Weltering Sky, Last Tango, at Last Emperor. I mean,
I know, right?
There's 1900. I still on my list is Before the Revolution, which is his first film.
yeah.
Made around just a year before the first film we watched, the black and white French film.
And that's
I'm with Jared on this one. Why hasn't Criterion picked this up?
Yeah, I was confused by that too.
I would assume Paramount.
Maybe they could
be
holding us down. Yeah.
Because Mars Films was a division of Paramount.
Was it? Okay.
So this is a Paramount film.
Yeah. The Paramount logo I made for the preview. That's not even published yet, but that's from the preview for this film.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. Well, anyway.
This movie was made for international release. Like
this is why they did the whole dubbing thing, basically, in some ways. Although it was awfully dense, but then again, it was 1970, so like dense was okay back then. Same year as Joe, so it didn't have to make any sense. It's like So Jim, take us away, man.
Don't bring Joe up anymore.
I know. No. Sorry, God.
No, I think everybody has said pretty much what needs to be said. It is very interesting. Talking of bookends, the bookending with Lino or Pascalino or whatever his name is, and then the two women, of course, are sort of bookends themselves. There's just he's obviously an auteur or an artist, I would say, and I think it works with the subject matter.
Yeah,
I wanted to mention one scene of acting that did stick out to me that I did really like is the scene where, at the end, where Julia reveals that she's not as naive as you think she is. When she's like, I know what you do. He told me 5 years ago.
Right.
Like, and I do not want you to go out there tonight.
Right.
Like, that is her acting, and especially when the scene is split with him in the hallway and her in the living room.
Almost a split screen.
Yeah. And she looks so defeated at that moment because she has in her mind built him up to be this representation of the state.
Right.
And the state is gone and he's not acting like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm going to go out and I'm going to find Lino and we're going to walk around and like, I want to see how a dictatorship ends. And she's like,
Italo, the blind guy. Yeah.
Or yeah.
Right.
You're going to get killed. Like, you're not coming back from this walk. And then I'm stuck here with this 5-year-old and fuck you.
Yeah, right.
And you sort of get a feel for that when she does the confession about the old guy who molests her as a kid, the family friend, because it happens after he visits the
no. What molests her?
When she's in the train,
the lawyer who's
and then you have the most awkward sex scene ever of him doing the thing to her that she is saying her abuser
but they're
did.
both using it as like erotica for themselves.
But man, there's so much perversion in this film.
Well, it's
a statement about fascism, maybe
in European films,
right? Which is why I can't believe Jared didn't watch this.
Yeah.
He will.
Yeah, like halfway through the film, you want to say release Epstein files to one of these characters. Like ridiculous. All right. Well, I guess we can do thumbs at this point.
Oh God,
come on,
dude!
I couldn't track. It didn't matter. It was great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Not only was it good, I would watch it again.
I just to untangle a few things. I might watch it again.
Yeah, exactly.